What a beautiful day here today. Cold, a little cool. I mean, it's not summertime, but for December, I'm not complaining. This is why people live in the South. And I'll tell you, as I've gotten older, I'm starting to like it myself. I mean, this is December 15th. You can do anything you want outside. Same place where I live. Pretty much the same weather. Although it's a little warmer here because you're right next to the ocean. See, practically all these places in Hilton Head, even if you don't live on the water, which I would not want to live on, to be honest with you, you learn a lot over life. And that salt water just eats everything. It costs you about $1,500 a month to keep your windows clean. Eats your cars away, anything cloth, destroys your furniture. You can't leave the windows open. So as much as I like going down to the water, I'd rather not live next to it. And this is a gated neighborhood. You'd have to walk forever to get here, but it's possible. So there's always access to homes through the beach, although you don't really see too much of that around here because, like I said, it's a long walk. And that's why nobody's ever on the beach. Mostly an older crowd. I've talked to a lot of people here, and the main reason they live here is for safety. No parties, super strict rules, super strict HOA. You get tickets if you speed. You can't leave your garage door open. No decals or signs on vehicles. No loud music. No booze on the beach. Stuff like that, which keeps it nice. And if you have kids and you're raising a family, you don't want your wife to get gang raped while she jogs, this is it. And if you're a bicycle rider, this is paradise. And if you're a golfer, it's heaven. Now, the only knock I have, I don't go swimming anyway, I don't know why it bothers me. But when you're down around Florida and stuff, that blue water is really appealing. Even if you don't go in it, and you really don't have that here. Although here you can ride bikes on the beach because it's hard packed, which is cool. And you can jog and you can walk. And there's hardly ever anybody out around here. Now I see somebody walking down there now because the tide's going out. It was high tide when I was there this morning. But there was no beach today. It was rough and high tide. So, this was they paid $1.8 million for this lot and tore the house and a house down on it. And they're building an $11 million house. This guy's, I know some of the people down here, everybody's super friendly. Made money. I mean, there's a lot of money down here, but it's not Palm Beach, Florida money. These houses like that one, about 3 or 4 million. That guy over there, he's pissed everybody off with a jetty that goes across the sand. He owned a vineyard in California. He just tore a $2 million house down and built a $7 million house. I mean, that's Palm Beach is like that too. They'll tear down $10 million mansions to build a $20 million mansion. I mean, it's just crazy some of the money people have. This is all protected area. Not supposed to walk on it. And as I was saying earlier, the water, I mean, you can't have everything, right? It's like anything, a job, a relationship, a car, a house, where you live. Give and take. And the longer I spend time here, the more I'm starting to like it. Why? Well, the water sucks. It's cloudy. It looks like the Detroit River. And you never hardly get waves like this. But there's never anybody here. I mean, my God, what's that worth? You can come out here, you're not going to get robbed. That's important. So the more I think about it, the more I'm just starting to like it. And today was just a fantastic day for photography and videography. I couldn't ask for more. I think that was my top time here. I've been coming here about 4 or 5 years. Just beautiful everything. See, the tide's out. And now with the tide out, I never thought of that actually. I guess high tide with high wind, just nobody jogs or walks their dog because there's no space to do it. The water was right up to here this morning. See how far it's went out since 7:15 sunrise? I'll be heading out of here in about a half hour, get a Starbucks coffee. If you like shopping, this is paradise. They got every boutique and stuff like that. I'm not into that. They're Barnes and Noble. It's like middle of the road. It's a small one. But the more I come here, the more I like it. And I met some authors here, published authors. I talked to them. I talked to 2 really great waitresses this morning. Worked here 30 years. And I'll tell you, business is down like the old days, even in places like this. All these restaurants, I mean, I shouldn't say all of them. I haven't been to all of them, but a majority of them. I'll tell you, business, even in places like this, it's way, way, way down. See, now this is hard-packed sand. I mean, you could do like push-ups or jumping jacks, and you wouldn't like hardly dent it. And that's a big selling point to a lot of people that come here. You know, you can do that. I don't care about it. I probably would do it if I lived here, had a bike, maybe riding around. Although I don't really like riding bikes that much. I'd rather have clear blue water. And of course, rough today. You don't see any boats out there. Makes sense. Supposedly, that's a big shark breeding area out around there. A lot of great bird migration up and down around this area in the fall and the spring. The piping plover comes through here. They're down to about 23 pairs that they knew of for a while, which comes up in Michigan and lays its eggs. I photographed them in Florida here and Michigan. Privilege actually to see, and they've come back quite a bit, although there aren't that many. You know, habitat, high water, climate change, that kind of thing. But I do, and I also like, they're very environmentally conscious here. I mean, almost to like anal about it. Alligators all over the place. Not here, but like you'll see them around the golf courses. They'll write you a ticket for $500, no problem if they get you harassing them or getting too close. And they're very aware of nesting turtles. I've got conflicting information about turtles here. One guy here told me they changed the jetty here a while back. He said the water used to be up to the houses. When they did that, he said he hasn't seen a turtle nest in here in 20 years. Another guy told me that's bullshit. You don't see the sticks in the ground like it used to be because they put a GPS unit. I like the idea of protecting turtles, but it gets to a point where, like, you know, I like nature too, but not to the point where a human can't live there and you can't have a light on when the sun goes down because they're afraid the turtle's going to think it's the moon or the sun. Yeah, it just gets too out there for me. You know, I love you, turtles. Here's some turtle food. But I'm not going to bed at 6 at night because you happen to lay eggs here for the last 10,000 years. That's just the way I look at it. I'm with them to a point. Just ask a chicken when I eat a chicken McNugget. You know, I like chickens, but I don't like them enough to never eat chicken McNuggets or something like them. So yeah, see how dark that is? I like that all the time down here. It's great, the low country, South Carolina. All the water like heads down here from like thousands and thousands of miles. Different states. Meets the ocean, brackish water, lots of places. And that's part of the reason for this dark water, a lot of organic material in there. You don't have the Gulf Stream going north, northeast from Florida, limestone bottom. Water's constantly being changed. No freshwater rivers entering into it around most of the East Coast, which leads to crystal clear water. This has got that nice fine powder sand when it's not wet. Can't be messing around with these plants. You can't trim any of this stuff. They catch you trimming this so you can see somebody walking in a bikini bed and you're in major trouble. But you got educated, successful people here. Not a bunch of takers, by and large, people that work for what they have. And they're smart and they realize that protecting nature is a good idea, so it's not really an issue. It's not like you're in Appalachia and they decide to cut down one of 3 rare plants left to start a fire to make some moonshine. Different mentality. Around here, you're going to see like older women that have had every single procedure done in the world. Botox, facelifts, their nails, something to make their skin look soft, veins removed, spider veins taken out. I mean, they look as good as you could possibly look for their age. But you're not going to see any tiny bikinis and this crazy shit. These people, you know, went to French finishing school. But I do like the... One thing I don't like though, and I'm pretty sure, I'd have to double check this, but I'm pretty sure palm trees are not indigenous to South Carolina. And if that's true, and I think it is, I'd dig them all out and throw them away. That's a beautiful home over there. Builder used to own that. The guy 3 houses north owned some Burger Kings. Really made a shit ton of money. And he's lived here. He was the 3rd house on Hilton Head. You know, this used to just be nothing. So that's the report from Hilton Head today. You party on.